This is my 2009 BMW X5 that I just finished disassembling and reassembling the transmission for the third time. As to why, I will tell you in a second, but first I wanted to give you a quick backstory of the car, about the car from the auction with 138,000 miles for only $2,600, with all the auction fees included, about $2,900 out the door. And when I went to pick up the car, everything looked great. The car was great inside and out. There was no check engine light. As a matter of fact, there were no lights on the dash. The tires were good. All the fluids were level. And when I scanned the car, there were no error codes. So I decided to drive the car back to the shop. But about halfway through, the car goes from 2,000 to 3,000 RPM all the way to the red line, and it didn't want to shift the gear, and it went into limp mode. So I pulled over as fast as I could and I scanned the car. When I scanned it, there were two issues. One related to the 4th to 5th gear. The car wasn't able to shift. The second one was with the actual gear shift. But while sitting there deciding what to do, I restarted the car and all the codes went away. And that was enough for the car to bring me all the way to the shop. But that's where the journey begins. So when I got back to the shop, I started my research. And by research, I mean I watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos. And I came across a couple of videos of people having similar issues. And what they were telling me is that the actual gearbox the assembly is the main culprit that's also causing the gear shift. Even though I had my doubts, I decided to give it a try. I looked up online. There were some parts posted on eBay for about $140 to $150. But instead of waiting 7 days for the delivery, I decided to try my luck at the local junkyard. And I got lucky. They had only one X5, the same exact model that had the exact assembly that I needed. I pulled that out, went to pay for it, and it turned out to be only $16, which was no brainer. So I brought it right back. I replaced mine, and I was hoping that the issue went away. And of course, I'm not that lucky. And because I already told you that I disassembled and reassembled the transmission 3 times, you can probably tell that that did not fix the issue. While doing my research, another thing that kept popping up is the actual seals inside the transmission. These ZF transmissions are very notorious for having the seals going bad inside the transmission, and that could cause hard shifting or misshifting and not getting into gears at all. So that seemed to be the issue, and I started ordering all the parts. But because the whole thing had to come out, I decided to change everything. So I ordered the actual pen with the filter, I ordered the seals, and I also ordered the solenoids that goes on the valve body. So we come to the part where the car goes up on the lift for the first time. We drained the oil, and surprisingly, the oil looked great. It looked like somebody had replaced the oil recently. And when we brought down the pen, our suspicions were confirmed because I found a bolt from the valve body attached to one of the magnets inside the pen that's there to catch all the metal flakes from the gearbox. But having our suspicions confirmed that somebody was already there is not good news, because they had likely changed the seals too, and if the issue is still there, then we have something much deeper than just the parts that I had ordered. But after further diagnostics, it was clear that all they had done was transmission fluid flush, because the seals that were still in there, they were not in great shape. So we replaced those, and that's when we come to our second problem. When I went to compare the solenoids with the ones that I bought, it looked like I had ordered the wrong parts, because the transmission inside this car had 8 or 9 solenoids, and the pack that I had ordered only had 7. So a decision had to be made. We either had to wait 2 to 3 more days to wait for the new parts and put everything back together, or because we found the bad seals, we just risk it, put everything back together, and hope that that fixes the issue. And because I am really impatient, we decided to go with option number 2, to put back everything together to test out our luck once again. So the seals got replaced, the valve body went back up with the old solenoids on top of it, everything got torqued down to spec, the oil pan went back up, got torqued down to spec, and we put some oil inside the car. Part of the procedure when changing the oil on these cars is to fill the pan up with some oil, let the car run for about 10-15 minutes, and once the temperature gets high, refilling the remaining of the oil. But when we put the half of the oil in it and I went to start the car would not start. I would press the button and nothing would happen. So it was clear to us that we made a mistake somewhere, and it looked like the main seal that connects the actual transmission to the car was not sealed properly, and the connector was not plugged in. So in comes the second time that the whole thing had to be disassembled again, which means draining the oil, taking down the pan in order to reseal the main seal that was connecting the car to the transmission. So the whole process happened again. So once that was all done, we put the car in a relearn mode for the gears and we went on a test drive hoping that finally the issue had gone away. But unfortunately, if you remember, I did say it had to happen 3 times. So the issue was still there. The car was kind of shifting hard, but that's part of the relearn process, so we weren't worried about that. But when it came to 4th to 5th gear, the car would have trouble again. So the car had to come back here again. We had to wait for the parts. I went ahead and ordered the proper set for the solenoids, and the car sat here for another 3 to 4 days. And the car goes up for the 3rd time, and the whole process had to happen again. The oil got drained, the oil pan got removed, the valve body got removed, and I started working on replacing the solenoids. And I found one of the solenoids that had some gunk on the actual solenoid, but it wasn't too bad. But on the last one, when I removed it, I could clearly see that that one was the one that was causing the issue. So I went ahead and replaced all the solenoids, and for the 3rd time, the car had to be put back together, which means, again, putting everything back together, torquing it to spec, and hoping that I didn't make a mistake. And that brings us to now. As the car sits, I have half of the oil in it, and I need to let the car run for about 15 minutes to put the remaining oil in it and go on a test drive. And I'm hoping that everything that I replaced and the bad solenoid that I found is the actual cause of the issue that prevents this car from shifting from 4th to 5th gear. So let's go ahead, let the car warm up so I can add the remaining oil and we can go on a test drive. Okay. The car starts up. That's already good news, because the first time, like I said, the car didn't even start. Part of the procedure while the car is warming up is actually going through all the gears while waiting in each one of them for about 10 seconds to let everything prime. Sounds like the car is getting in gear pretty easy, so that's good. While the car is warming up, I wanted to show you our next project. This is a CL63 AMG, and it may or may not have taken a bullet. So stay tuned for further videos, because I think this is our next project. It's been about 25-30 minutes, and I think the car is ready for the remaining oil. If you're ever doing this job yourself, make sure that you don't have the AC running while you're warming up the car, because now I got water all over there. Oh man, I am not looking forward moving these things because they're super heavy and my back already hurts. I hurt my back while trying to hug other men, and I know that kind of sounds weird, but it was a jiu-jitsu class, so them's the facts, you know. All right, let's see if any of this was worth it. Well, after all that work, looks like unfortunately I'm gonna have to take a defeat. I didn't even have enough time to pull out my phone and record. The new message popped out, something with the 4x4 and transmission. When I scanned it, the scanner that I have won't read it. I have a bigger one that's not with me right now that hopefully will tell me what's going on, because the only thing that I'm getting is that there's no communication between the transmission and the car unless I plugged something wrong. I'm not really in the mood to take everything apart again for the 4th time, so this could be it for this car. This car could be going to the auction. Luckily I didn't spend too much money on it, but still it sucks when it doesn't go the way you want it to go. But that being said, that's about the maximum effort that I was willing to put into this car today, at least. We'll see how tomorrow goes, but I don't think I'll make another video about this car unless I figure out what's going on. I might just mention it in the future videos, so stay tuned. But all that being said, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.